She's been doing so much extra to get herself ready, to get herself primed.
In Bryan College Station, so look alive, everyone. That 0-2 pitch is up high in the low 70s this week and weekend. Check swing.
You'll see that more in the mid-60s, but it's her changeup, her ability to mix up speeds, to disrupt the timing.
There's a 1-1. Cut and a miss. That's strike two. That one's in for a strike. See there that the wind is now gusting 15-20 miles per hour. Biggest stage postseason. And she finds the zone that time.
And they're like, bring them all.
2-2 is hit hard. Bounces off of Smith. That brings in the game's first run.
The defense is going to make a mistake, even if it is routine, even if it is straight to them.
Behind in the count, 0-2. Here it comes from Braley. And she fouls it back. Perez, dangerous hitter. Rips the 0-2 down the line. Near the corner. And this,
all year long, they've earned it.
This is Mac Barbara in the cleanup slot, 6th year.
And allow me to get a free out, we'll make the play.
That's ball 4. So now a pair of base runners on.
We're going to want to score a few more.
Swing and a drive. This is down the line. Bending in a foul ground. 1-2 is drilled. Got some carry near the track. That's off of Nash's. The base runners had to freeze there, thinking Nash might have come down with it. So that is scoring of Ohio in a run rule shortened game. Braley with a 3-1, and that's high and away. So Dement draws the walk. It's a couple of
and you can see that all throughout.
And right, bashes it back up the box. Couple of runs should score. Nat, the 8-hitter, will hit in the first inning. Kramer Eshte. That's A&M starting left with a 40-win season a year ago. 2-2 is just off the outer edge.
I get it. I understand.
Texas.
They're now batting their 9-hole to start the game off and being able to half the corner.
Nicole, it's a 40-pitch first inning for Braley. And now it's 3 balls and no strikes.
Here, let them roll it up. Let them make a play.
There's a slow roller. Third baseman here. Garraway goes to first. They get everybody in that A&M clubhouse. Powell, one of them. Hard bouncer to second. So that does retire this.
Just the mindset and the mentality of those players that have come in to that program. Had a couple of changes, rely heavily on just one arm.
Payoff is high, so St. Francis
show out.
Double elimination format, remember. You can take a loss, but it is one of the longest outings of her season. Only allowed 1 earned run. Opening round game for A&M. That's lifted out to center, and right has enough room to.
Tells me that they're talking amongst each other in the dugout, waiting.
A freshman coming home on the inside corner.
Trisha Ford create.
Are they going to get Woolley? Close play. She's safe. Away, but just a fraction late. Perez takes that one. Woolley takes off. Allie Braley in the circle. It's just off the outside edge. And ball. Braley misses low again. The pressure is on here. Barbara with a great count. Just off the outside edge. Than any other team against ranked opponents who have been great here at this park. Barbara flares it, shallow set. This is her first season at St. Francis. All right, well, you're a Texan. The Howdy at it. A&M is really piling it on here. And they were, Nicole, St. Francis, the NEC champs. They have fallen behind 8-zip.
Anna yelling at you.
He's getting a lot of FaceTime, by the way.
He is.
He's got his potassium in just 2 innings. Mathis lifts it, shallow center. Dement ready to tag. Big league. Yeah. 3-0 to Perez. And the bases are loaded.
The rest of the game plan, just being able to consistently throw those pitches for a strike, That's where it's kind of fallen through, but you can see
She is lining up and knocking down these records. KK DeMint.
the classes, all of that.
Popped up. That'll get over the Sydney Lessentine. Back in the circle. 2 scoreless innings history. It's tapped off the end of the
Texas A&M, they do it as well.
slow roller. This is Harper, tournament MVP. Walk-off winner in game 2, and it was a true walk-off. 2. Hannah Bendel.
Am I sitting on? Which one am I going to stay hunting most of this at bat?
Bunt to Perez. One lousy years right before Tricia Ford took over. Program was finishing below 500 in league play.
There's so many ways that you can go about it, but you're definitely seeing Texas A&M reap the rewards.
So this is Frankie Vrajel. Bouncer over to the right side. Nice play from Smith, but the throw is high.
Able to slide in and have some area of the base to be able to put her foot, her glove, wherever she.
So we do have the update, by the way. Marissa Perez gets her first opportunity at the plate today. Roster, as you mentioned before, it is also a deep one. A lot of depth at
1/3.
Popped up, and it's Farmer makes the catch.
I think the biggest thing, and you kind of hit right now in this moment, it takes a lot.
This is Sydney Peters, by the way, back in the circle.
Whether they're just not the everyday starter, get them in, give them opportunities.
It had a 3.35 ERA, then hits the portal, comes to A&M.
Her time.
Well, that previous pitch, Zielinski could not catch up to that one. She misses high and away.
Just been mowing them down, Sydney Peters.
She starts Aaliyah Garraway off. Significant lead here in the middle innings. And obviously the run rule is in effect.
Being a lefty myself.
3-1 is hit through the left side. Oh, beautiful step. Or hit by a pitch, respectively. So St. Francis still looking for its first hit of the day in the fourth.
Playing a lot of new faces.
Wave and a miss. How about Peters? Rule in effect from advancing to face Liberty. And so we already talked about it. They got their All-American, Emily Kennedy, ready to go.
Just how intentional that they've been being the last few games. Just
Which comes from playing in the SEC. But you got to beat them. They're on the schedule. A&M has beat the number 7 national seed. They run ruled them, and so
guide to at-bats, right?
she's added a dozen in 3 games. Draws a walk here, so they win it 12-7 in extras. So a couple of SEC teams have been sent to the eliminator.
They're true contenders.
Yeah. Nicole, there have been several non-power conference teams, if you want to, what we would call the power conference teams today. Scout Lavelle back at the plate. He's had the blue icy. You don't like, you're not an orange fan? Oh, beautiful play, by the way, by the third baseman Garraway.
Pretty early on in this game. So she's thrown some pitches, but just a sophomore getting to throw against the best team with bases loaded, 2 outs. There's a bit of a good game whenever Texas A&M is playing. Really looking forward to that championship. You get behind in counts often.
Perez jammed. It's a play for Ulam. Got it. Nice defense. Nick was well protected, by the way, by the massive camera. Nation games. It's going to face Marist. 3-2. Nussbaum fights it off. I mean, the big key here. Foul tip into the mitt. Ball game over.